It started out perfectly, almost too perfect. Your partner made you feel truly seen, maybe for the first time in your life, like you weren't invisible anymore, as if you were the only person in the world. The texts, the calls, the I can't stop thinking about you messages, but then it shifts. Not abruptly, but subtly. Too slowly to escape notice. The sweet messages turned into constant check ins. You didn't text back for 10 minutes. Where the hell are you? What once felt like flattery now feels suffocating. Obsession doesn't explode into your relationship, it creeps in. And most people don't realize it until it's too late. But not you, because today I'm about to show you 3 early signs your partner might be crossing the line. I'm Jordan Travers, a licensed therapist. Let's dive in. Sign number 1, their world shrinks down to you. At first, it seems sweet, like they're so invested in you that nothing else matters. They want to spend every moment together, texting, calling, making plans. But then something just starts to feel off. Their hobbies? Gone. Friends? Barely around. It's like their entire world has narrowed down to one thing and one thing only: you. This isn't just devotion, it's emotional dependency. When someone lets go of their own passions and makes you their only source of happiness, it stops being love and starts becoming an obsession. Psychologists explain that when people abandon their own interests in a relationship, they're more prone to unhealthy attachment, leading to suffocating dynamics. So, what can you do? Well, you can encourage them to reconnect with old hobbies. More importantly, you should suggest spending some time apart because space is healthy for both of you. You could say, I love spending time with you, but I miss hearing about your photography or any of their old hobbies. Because if you don't create that much needed space, they start fixating and things take a downturn from there. Sign number 2, they constantly fixate on something you said or did. You make a simple comment, maybe something like, I don't think this red t shirt suits you. A harmless thought, maybe even a joke, but they don't let it go. They bring it up days later. They ask over and over, did you really mean that? What was nothing to you becomes everything to them. This kind of fixation isn't just insecurity, it's emotional rumination. They replay the moment in their head, twisting it, overanalyzing it until it becomes bigger than it ever was. Therapists often see this in obsessive behaviors where partners get stuck on one idea, one comment, or one perceived slight, and it becomes their entire focus. What can you do? Open a dialogue. I can tell this is still bothering you. Let's talk it through. Help them get it out of their system. Set gentle boundaries. I understand why that upset you, but I don't think it's healthy to keep revisiting it. Let's try to move forward. And if it continues, therapy might be necessary because sometimes these thought loops run deeper than the relationship. And here's the worst sign that it may be getting out of hand. Sign number 3, they stop taking care of themselves. This one's harder to notice because the cracks slowly show up. You'll see it in skipped meals, the disrupted routines, the sleepless nights. They're so focused on the relationship that they forget about themselves. And here's the problem: when someone's sense of self starts eroding, it's a massive red flag. They're not just obsessed with you, they're losing themselves in the process. Studies show that emotional overdependence often leads to self neglect, which can spiral into mental health issues like anxiety and depression. What can you do? Start the conversation. I'm worried about you. You haven't been eating well or sleeping enough. Let's focus on taking care of ourselves together. Position yourself as a part of the solution. Suggest shared activities like let's go for a walk together or maybe try a new yoga class this weekend. Encourage them to rebuild routines that focus on their own well being. Obsession doesn't always start with a red flag. Sometimes it starts with rose colored glasses. The intense affection, the constant attention, what might have felt flattering at one point doesn't take much time to feel like a trap without an escape. That's when you know it's gone too far. But now that you know what to look for, Have you noticed these signs in any of your current or past relationships? I'd love to hear your story. And if this video helped you see something you hadn't noticed before, give it a like and hit subscribe for more psychology backed relationship advice. I'm Jordan Travers, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.